Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the first match, second week, season 70. We begin this week in Kyber 2 at 3,561, so about 50 skill points away from Kyber 1. And that is because we had a great week last week. In our return to YouTube, we went 3-0. We were on the lower end of Kyber 2, like in the, the 3,400 range, something in there. But because we went 3-0, we climbed up really quick, and now we've got some tough opponents. I do want to do a quick review of how my defense performed last week, see if we can get any lessons. So this opponent, Treya falling to third sister with this Inquisitor Kron that's going to be doing a lot of work. This opponent in particular couldn't get through it, and he used C, JMK, Lord Vader, Bane. He was retreating each time. He threw everything at it, couldn't make his way through. This opponent, I believe, one-shot everything, so he's useful to look at to see what counters he's playing with. He's using SLKR up against third sister, not messing around. I think when I faced it, I used C Bane in one of the attempts. I tried C without Bane, I think in the first match, and had to clean it up, but I was able to bring in C Bane later in the week and was able to handle it no problem. You can see another opponent struggling with third sister, this one using Melgus up against it, then using JMK, but he's making progress, which is going to ultimately allow him to break through with Balin's skull. You know what, let's take a look at what I did. I want to remember how I played this. Yeah, I used C Bane up against it. This is the final opponent of the first week. For our bracket, 12.78 million GP, so 50k. We're basically even. We have some 13, some 13.9s, and a 14.2 at the high end. The low end looks like this 12.1. Zetas, I've got 50 more. Amis, we're tied. I'm keeping pace with Amis. There is a player at 71, another at 69, but most players are in this 50 range, and you're seeing my advantage that used to exist here start to evaporate because the episode pass has made Amis so cheap that my seriousness that I put in that place is no longer enough. Although I do have a lot of banked ones, especially when we weren't recording and uploading. I didn't want to put any Amis on until I could show you guys, so I do have several that I can be adding right now to get at least very quickly up to 60 Amis. Relics distribution on my opponent is pretty good. He's got more tier 7s, but I have the advantage at tier 8 by 1. He has the advantage at tier 9 by 2, so pretty even. And overall, he's got 1595, but it looks like a lot of his are spread out between tier 3, tier 5, and tier 7. There's a couple players at 1800, 1900 for the relic counts, so there are some big accounts here. Mods, he's got better mods, slightly. It's not a massive advantage, and you can see my 15 plus mods start dwarfing. With the rest of the bracket, everybody's taking them seriously. I'm about even. I'm probably in the lower half. Datacrons, I am the second most serious player with this 38 overall count at 63. I'm number 1. One player already has Pirate Hondo? Okay. Well, that was probably after lock-in. I don't know. Now, looking at the rest of this, everybody has everything except I don't have Ray. So actually, we skipped over GL count, but everybody's at 9, one player is at 10, and I am at 8. But that's ending soon. Like, I think our next roster video, we're gonna begin the Ray countdown because it is actively hurting me not having Ray. My opponent, no Afro. We're just going to pop out the things that they don't have instead of what they do, because I think we're at that stage in playing the game. So no dash, but I don't have that either. Afra unlocked but slow, which is ridiculous. I don't understand why. You could even just go to, like, I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, 301 on third sister. Most of these characters have 2 Amis. He's got Crosshair unlocked. He's got his Fugitive. Really nice looking Exile. That's a fast Exile. Alright, no Night Trooper Kron. Everything else looks fine. I still don't have that stupid Night Trooper Kron. I was spending crystals. I was doing everything. I got every other Kron I want. I cannot get that Night Trooper Kron. And the rest looks good here. We've got just over an hour. I was slow in handling this. Oh, you know what? We got to talk about the quality of his modding. quality of his modding. Let's look for Third Sister at 301, which is probably going to be, oh, not that deep, right there. He's got 56 characters. His last one is Boss Nass. Basically, everyone after Third Sister is all 300 speed, right on the nose. So we're pretty close right there, because I think I'm like 60 something at this point. Now, we don't have a ton of time to review this. I did look at this last night. We got one hold here. Everything else, one shot. I did make one minor change to my defense. I put Finn on defense with Zori because I finally now relicked a lot of those characters to get ready for Rey. So I swapped them into the defense. Not that they really matter without the corresponding Amis and Krons. But I think it's arguably a step up in what I had been in that slot, which I think was Grievous. Okay, Boss Nass, Saw, Finn, Melgus. Okay, that's super easy. And then down below, what are we looking at? Alright, Lord Vader, okay, Rey, SOKR, Ahsoka, but with Wat, which I haven't seen before. So do I need to approach that differently? His history has his opponents clearing it with Bane. We'll consider that. I don't think we need to do anything meaningfully different there. But here we are. I don't know if I have a preset for Mandalorians. All right, Rolo Kron. Let's get to the big screen. Just the only thing I'm worried about is the clock. All right. Audio levels look adequate. His modding is really good, though. That's the big thing we got to keep in mind. When I did this last week, I had some opponents with some really poor mods last week. I'm going to put the Beskar on right now at 2. We'll work on a third one later. Yeah, let's cleanse. And Scorch is down, okay. Now we can see if we can take out Disguised maybe before he stealths, if we're lucky. Alright, Disguised is down, now we can work on Vader, drop a Shred. We get a second Shred when it's Bo's turn. Damage immunity, make sure Grogu's okay. Alright. Vader down. Now Appa will be super easy from here. Okay. And now we can take out CX2 in a moment. Can we heal a little bit? I should have healed Grogu. I think that would have been the better way to banners. Okay. We got Barriss. We're not messing around, we're just doing SOKR. Alright, Kylo, Rey. Alright, we're dropping, or we're gonna stun Exile. He's fast, so that's something to think about. We will have to stun Kenobi. Shock everybody. Hit that last resilient defense. Alright, now we will AoE. Alright, triggered there. We need, let's trigger here. Okay. Do I want to do this right now? Feels early. Let's do it. Alright, that triggers another 2 more. Alright, everybody's been triggered. Let's get advantage working. Alright, damage immunity has come off of Kenobi, so we can knock out Kenobi. Barris, though, will bring them back. Wait, no, we were in alt mode. Whatever, okay, yeah. I'll drop a stun onto... Okay, we'll just take out Solo. Fine. Even better. Let's swipe. Awesome. Now JMK. Let's start off with the preset to speed this along. Still before the hour mark. Where? Oh, that's the defense. Okay. I want to get my mace to Relic 7. It's something I'd really love to do. Or even higher. But we have higher priorities right now. Okay, start charging the alt. With this guy's modding, I might not wait for 100%. I might go off at what, 75? We'll see how it feels. Because I have lost in 5v5 with this before. I think last 5v5 season, and it took an opponent with some very strong mods. Otherwise, I've won every time with this, in 5v5 at least. Okay. Alright, we got shock on everybody. Still feels... Oh, we've got the ultimate? That happened way faster than I thought. Okay. Now he's got his ultimate. We absorb the hit. We're going. You're open. Take her out. This is like the best it's ever gone. Usually I've been like... Maybe not usually, but I feel like I have to work for it a little bit more. Alright, let's go after Sith Trooper. Down. Now, maybe let me think about this next one with Ahsoka. We could do what my previous opponent did with Bane. But it depends. Do I think my opponent learned any lessons and changed anything last week? Like, could he have put the Inquisitors on defense? And it makes me feel like I should retain, like, C-Bane. And I do have Leia available. It's just, do I think Watt is doing anything, or do I think Watt is making this worse? There's no exile. I feel like this team's just worse. Yeah, I think we're safe. So Rebels... Do I not have a preset for this? There we go. I think we just need stats. Tenacity, protection, health, crit avoidance. I think I like it. Okay. So we got conflagration out. And they're not doing anything yet. Do I want to take out Watt? Because I don't think we're taking out Sabine with it. We're not. Let's just take out Watt. All right, we're at 3, 4, 2 more. Okay, there we go. Now we got the ambush over on Sabine. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I should have targeted Ahsoka. Okay. Okay, everybody's ambushed. Let's put stealth over to Kanan. Kanan, I really should get to Relic 5 at a minimum if I'm going to be using him like this. There's other characters I could be using here, but I do like the fact that he's designed for this intent is what pulls me in. Or Ahsoka's designed for it. Okay. Do we have nonsense to cover? I haven't been watching stuff. I'm really behind. Like, Gen V just started up, and I haven't finished these other shows or got caught up on these other shows, which is going to be causing some problems, because it means there's going to be, like, a weekend where all I do is watch TV. But I am traveling next week. It's not going to affect recording. I'll be bringing all my stuff along. I'm just going home for a week. But, yeah, it'll probably give me some time to get caught up with things a little bit, but I'm still working. We will see. All right. Get those hits in. What I did do is I rewatched Spy Game again because Robert Redford died. And I feel like age-wise, I'm at like the youngest you can be and still really care about Redford. I love Spy Game. I've actually talked about it a lot on this channel before, if you've been a long time watcher. Especially when I was like, I feel like a year ago or so, I was going through another run, like filling in some of the Tony Scott movies I haven't seen. Because Tony Scott, like, I think it's crazy that we don't talk about him more. Because can you revive? Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so Tony Scott, he's the brother of Ridley Scott. He's the younger brother of Ridley Scott. But because Ridley has a couple all-time movies, like he's got Blade Runner, he's got Alien, he's got Gladiator, and from there it doesn't really matter what else he's done. But the thing is, Ridley Scott also has a number of really bad movies, especially lately. He's had some big misses. That's not true with Tony Scott. Tony Scott doesn't have the highs of Ridley, but he also doesn't have the lows. Like, Tony Scott's just like kind of consistently really good all throughout the middle, and he's also one of the directors that really defines like a 90s Hollywood movie, when things started getting a little glamorous and crisp and really more modern film techniques that really separate it from the 80s and before. Like Tony Scott, this is Days of Thunder, Crimson Tide, Enemy of the State. Like, just a long list of movies, and all of them are awesome. All right, let's check out this back wall. Did you put Third Sister down, or is everything the same? Looks like the same. All right. I do got to think about it, because it is a different approach than maybe how he would have played things, but it is an easy defense at the same time. Now, we don't need to be too thoughtful here. This will be Treya. As long as Fleet goes well, this could be a win. Yeah, let's grab some of these Night Sister crons that I can't use. Now, we are on the eve of a new set of Datacrons. I will put out a video for it. One of the things I like to do once we know what we're expecting here is I'll pay attention to some of the buffs on a squad and some of the mechanics to remind myself. Like, there's going to be a tenacity up buff. Or there's a level 3, if you get tenacity up, you get protection up. I think for the dark side characters. So I'm going to be paying attention to my dark side squads and just reminding myself, like, how good are their mechanics for that buff in particular. And I'll do that for other options. Because I don't want to have to read through, like, a bunch of kits again. Not that it's that bad. Like, you just hop on Swugga and you can choose the ability, but you still gotta make sure that there's a little bit. All right. You still need to make sure that it's not like a single target, like tenacity up. You want an AoE tenacity up. You need those differences. Okay. Let's get a bunch of loyal hand. 5 stacks. I'd like to get my Talon even more dangerous. I feel like investing in Talon. Like, that's where I'm at with this game, where I really want CG to start making changes that will allow us to differentiate our accounts. I think it would be one of the healthiest things for the game, because things are way too uniform. All right. Held by hatred. Let's fix the camera. I'm a little concerned that we're going to lose somebody. They can do a lot of damage before we take turns again and cleanse. Like that. That's what I was worried about. Alright. Dispel. Let's take out Jar Jar. Alright, Hidden Boss Nass. Don't you die on me, Treya. Alright, increase the cooldowns. Awesome. Alright, we're good. Hit the hatred again. I feel like if a few of these characters were a little faster, we wouldn't have lost anybody. It's just auto. Yeah, so you have all these great Tony Scott movies, and one of my favorites is Spy Game, which, if you look at the reviews, it's like middling. It has like a 60-something percent. I don't know why people don't love Spy Game. I love that movie. I watch it all of the time. Definitely over 10 rewatches. And I just like to put that one on. I mean, it's probably close to 20 rewatches, if I'm honest. That's just like it's a really easy movie to watch, but at the same time, it's clever and fun. I think we just do Sith Empire here, right? Let's not overthink it. We still got Wampa we can throw at some. We got a lot. Like, we're not going to have too many issues here. Really, we should be looking at opportunities to get some banners. Alright, I like to go for Hero Finn. Awesome. Because once Hero Finn's gone, you've basically neutralized this squad. Like I can auto from here. Yeah, so Spy Game, for those who haven't seen it, because if you're younger, you probably haven't, because nobody really talks about it. So Spy Game is Redford and Brad Pitt, and it's actually a Tony Scott move. You'll see this in basically all of his movies. He'll have an old Hollywood veteran paired up with a new young up-and-comer. That's what you have in Crimson Tide. It's Gene Hackman, the old vet, with the up-and-comer Denzel Washington. You see it with Enemy at the Gates, where it's Hackman again, but with Will Smith this time. And then it's Spy Game, it's Redford and Brad Pitt. Redford is a CIA veteran who starts training as his, what's the term? Whatever the term is. He starts bringing in as one of his assets, Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt gets captured, and a lot of it is just happening at Langley in headquarters in a meeting, and you just see Redford being awesome. It's a great movie. Alright, do I gas this up? I think we gas it up. Let's clones though, because we didn't have to worry about... How do you not have Padme on defense? Are you using Padme on offense? It just seems weird. It makes me wonder how long his defense has been like untouched. Alright, so I'm going after Baze. This is an appropriate counter, right? Yeah. Alright, so taking some hits. You know what? Let's go for the trooper, because we're not making any progress on Baze. Alright, clear the buffs. Good timing for that, but now we're down. I'm a little worried. Okay. Revived. I really need... Okay, we're standing. Good. Alright, let's drop a shred here. That's good. Awesome. He's down again. Oh, but now he's up. Form up. AoE. I like it. I'm gonna just go after this trooper. Okay, trooper's down. We gotta go after Baze, which is fine. Clear the buffs. Oh, you know what? I should hit at somebody else right now. Oh no, but the taunt's back. Jeez, come on, man. Let me take him out. Okay, good. Awesome. We've got an aerial advantage now. Let's just take out Luthen. Here we go. We're good on health, not great on banners. Okay. Now Melgus, we can probably do Jedi there. But let's think a moment, because we do have Balin, Treya. Okay, we'll do C up against Caloran most likely. We'll We'll do Sirjunda here. If I don't have a preset for Sirjunda, that's going to be ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Alright, unaligned force users. What do we want? Okay, let's make sure we don't do something stupid. Okay. Actually, that's not the slots I like you in. Fulcrum? Yeah, Fulcrum. Wait, do I have... You could do Scavray too. Because I've got her now. What does this do? I need to do some rerolls probably, but good enough. Let's actually sit properly. Okay, so capture on Starkiller. Yeah, let's do it. Getting some good hits on Balin. Let's chuck it. Awesome. I hate those dodges when you feel like you're about to make some progress, and then it's taken from you. Oh, I'm glad I brought in her. Oh, that is some meaningful damage. Alright, how are we playing this? Now, Treya. What do we have? Oh, we have Lord Vader. The Vader is what is complicating this, because he's got the ability block. So, because I was thinking maybe, because I don't have Watt. Because Watt's on defense. The reason I'm taking a long time is I'm trying to determine if there's a way I could split C and Bane to get more banners. I just don't think there is. I don't think... If Vader wasn't here, I would just do Sith Eternal Emperor. I might even try and solo it. I just think that Vader might mess that up, and we have no wiggle room. I need a one-shot to win. Oh, you know what I forgot to do this week? I forgot to take... Well, I guess not this week. I can do it for the next match. I forgot to do it for this match. I forgot to take Scorch's Data Crown off of defense. Which I want. And this camera. I don't know why I'm doing this like it matters. We're just going to blow them up pretty quick. Boom, boom, boom. Or isolated, whatever. Alright, let's just keep moving. Yeah, so Spy Game's awesome. I think we've covered that. Do I have anything else I want to cover? I've really not been watching a lot. Now I'm wondering if there's things I want to cover that I haven't been talking about because we've been gone for a few months. Is Twisted Metal Season... Or did I talk about Twisted Metal Season 2? I think I did talk about Twisted Metal Season 2. What it's sounding like is I need to watch a bunch of stuff to maintain my nerd rambling. I'll throw it on Jocasta. Okay, if disguise, perfect. Yeah, so disguise. You know what, let's hit Kelleran. Let's try and get Order 66 over there. Where are we at? 4, 2, 6 stacks. We got 8 on Kelleran, but now we got a stun over on you. What? Okay. Alt will ability block everybody. Okay, we can hit Shock T and take her out because she had Order 66. This will throw Order 66 on Kelleran because that's the 3rd time hitting Kelleran. Disguised will hit him on his turn, so target there. Alright, awesome. This will just be a GL. Just overpower this. So we got Jedi. I don't like you in those slots. Alright. Maybe we look for some protection. 32, that's good enough. Alright, we'll clear some foresight, get a couple hits. We will target Fallen. Alright, Retribution, a little protection up. Okay, she's down. That's going to neutralize a decent amount of the buffs. I'm going to try and take out maybe Marauder for the moment. Yeah, we'll drop a Shred on Melgus. There's no tank revive right now, right? Yeah. Boom. Just working my way down Melgus. Next turn from Cal will be able to take out Melgus. Alright. Malik about to go down. Okay, here we go. Melgus. This will do Malik. And let's just auto. We're good. And we got, what, 29 minutes to deal with Fleet? Plenty of time. What kind of Fleet defense does my opponent have? We're looking at Executor, Malevolence, Negotiator. Executor, Malevolence, Negotiator. That's fine. That means we just do Endurance up against Executor. We can do Profundity up against the Negotiator, and then we got no, maybe we do... Yeah, no, that's the way we should play it. That's the way. Alright, 1390. Alright, let's pull out my notes, make sure we play this right. Alright, where's the punishing one? Endurance Pone. Drop you off. Alright, so 5's basic. Capitalist Ship, we're taunting onto Rex. Marauder will AoE and get Valor up. Then 5's will return to the basic. Now we're bringing out the Ebon Hawk so we can prevent their mechanics. And we're just going to keep doing the basic. Marauder again with the basic. And 5's now with... Yeah, 5's with the basic. Maybe I should have done the other... Okay, Capital Ship we're going to do an AoE. What I could have done is hit Punishing One because he's got target lock. That would have dispelled the Retribution. But I would have fed Turn Meter to Houndstooth. I don't think it really matters. Reinforcement is going to be Anakin at this stage. But I'm a little worried. This doesn't feel like it's going too great. Anakin should have come out by now is why I'm worried. We're doing the basic, it does more damage. It did nothing. I'm going to hit the AoE because we got some exposes. But I do not like how this is going. Alright, ultimate, we get some assists. What? That took way too long. I'm actually really worried right now. Because now you got... Oh, no. I mean, it's good that it wasn't Slave 1. Because now... Let's do it. Let's get the turn. Because now we can work on taking out the Punishing One. I'm going to go with the AoE. That should be enough to take out that stuff. Alright. Okay. I'm going to taunt over onto Marauder. No, you know what? We're going to taunt on Anakin because he's got Death Mark and might keep him alive. I don't think it did anything. Alright, we're probably going to have to clean this up. Which means this match is coming down to banners. I should be... No, okay, fine. Do you not have Slave 1? What's going on? I'm gonna go with like this. Okay. I'm going to do this because we're going to be forced into doing an AoE right now. And that should be enough to take out that guy, Ravenclaw. Yes. Oh my god, that's huge. Okay. Yeah. Alright, let's do Profundity here. I'm bringing another ship along. Alright, target the Y-Wing. Because we're going to be forced to hit him soon enough anyway. Alright, they're all dazed. Get the daze off of our friend, Outrider. Alright, protection disruption. Ouch. Let's dispel. I need to get my attacks focused back over here. Alright. We are getting no assists. This is not great. That means our alt is further away than it could or should be. I'm going to the basic. I want the... Okay. Would you please assist? Oh my god, guys. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to me? Alright. He's already healed up. Are we at the ultimate? Okay, good. Alright, we're good. Let's auto. So the way this is going, this might be a win. I'm a little concerned about banners. We weren't doing super great, and he had a really soft defense that was still, despite being soft, was stripping banners. So, and with how strong his offense likely was, I mean, it looks like he did pretty well with banners. 1830 is pretty strong, despite dropping a battle. So I need to win this. Oh, we have oh wait, we don't have negotiator ships. What am I talking about? All right. We got Chimera, but I don't love Chimera up against the Malevolence is my only concern here. We just got to play it smart and we should be fine. No, this guy went with a full offense strategy, way too much offense. Alright. I'm going after Sunfac because he's going to be more annoying with the taunt. I just think we're going to force my way through him first. We'll do Defender. Yeah, let's drop the fire. Okay, there. Sun fact down quick. Now we can do the hyena bomber. Let's pull turn meter. Alright, we got a basic. Now you got spy. Okay. And we've got interceptor. Buff immunities. I'm going to throw this over onto spy so I have a little bit easier of a time targeting. But we're going to take out hyena bomber while we've got this shot. Okay, there we go. That should be a win. One shot the board. Are you kidding me? What? Was he just soloing everything? That is so frustrating. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna have to check what he did because that's ridiculous. But it'll be a week before we get to check. All right, fine. See, that's what I was talking about. I was worried because he was stripping banners. But it means he's probably taking GLs up against, like, we look through a couple of these teams. It's just like he's probably taking GLs and undersizing everything. I don't know. We'll have to check. All right, let's wrap up. We got a lot of stuff out there right now. We'll have a talk video. We're going to cover, well, we have Pirate Hondo coming, but we have these new ships that have just, or new characters and content. The next era is being announced where we have Forlom and Zukis finally. And that is something that I have been wanting and clamoring for quite a long time. And we also have Rogue One, which is really about time. That I am happy about, and give Bodhi a little chance. I was hoping I wanted Bodhi like in Andor, because we'll talk more about this in the future, but Riz Ahmed's a fantastic actor, and he was, like many actors were in Rogue One, just criminally underused. So I want to see more. But thanks for watching. Be excellent to each other, everybody. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.